Well, 2017 was a pretty robust year for M&A activity in the engineering construction industry. And based on what we found in the survey this year, and based on what we see in our own investment banking practice, we would assume that 2018 is going to carry that momentum as well. 75% of all respondents said that they believe that 2018 would have more activity than 2017. Again, we're surveying large buyers who are really going to be driving a lot of that acquisition activity. And then also 70% of all respondents said that acquisitions were part of their current strategy, which is higher than 2017 and again would be indicative of future activity that we should probably see in the next 12 months. So really the report is intended for anyone interested in knowing just what's going on kind of broadly speaking as it relates to mergers and acquisitions in the engineering and construction industry. So for large buyers who are thinking about how do you implement an acquisition strategy? Where is there other activity? What are some of your competitors thinking about from acquisition standpoint? For potentially mid or smaller size firms that are contemplating their own ownership transfer scenarios and what they think about the relative activity. And really any industry participant who's just curious about what the dynamics are within the industry. Mergers and acquisitions tend to affect not just the buyers and sellers, but also all participants in the industry. And so I think it's relevant to always know kind of where activity is, where buyers are looking at interests and who might be an acquisitive target down the road. And then from a company's own ownership transfer scenario, we have conversations with clients about how they think they're going to exit their business or how they're going to transfer their equity. Broadly speaking, 5 to 10% of all contractors will consider or pursue a third-party sale or be successful in transitioning their business to a third party. And so understanding where there's buyer activity, where there's buyer interest right now, and then generally speaking, kind of in the spectrum of activity from a cycle standpoint, are we in a part in the cycle where there's more activity than there has been lately? I think that's what we're trying to capture year over year, is whether or not we see buyers that are more acquisitive today than they might have been 4 or 5 years ago. And then if they are, what pockets of the industry are they looking at and what's driving that acquisition interest?